And welcome to Smackdown Live, the go-home show for SummerSlam. So very excited for this evening because we should be in for a lot of fun. And the reason why I say that is because they're putting the final touches in for SummerSlam, which of course is this weekend. And before that, we've got NXT. I've got to be honest, I am actually debating whether to stream tomorrow for NXT because we're going to be streaming NXT TakeOver. I've had quite a few people asking me about will we stream NXT. So I honestly think, one of the first things I might do is put a poll up. I'm going to put a poll up and I'll ask that question. Should we stream NXT this week? So let's do that. Let me set that up. I probably could have set this up before we went live, but it literally just popped into my head. So, yes. No. We're starting off with a poll. How about this? We'll set it for half an hour. We'll put it for half an hour. Should we stream NXT this week? 100% we're doing NXT TakeOver. But so no issue with that. But should we do the normal show? So that is now up. If you go over to Twitter and go over to @WrestlingDays, then the question is there: should we stream NXT this week? Let me see if I can get it on screen. There we go. Boom! Stupid question. Yes. Well, look. Realistically, right? Don't just go and vote yes. Would people want to watch that? Because if enough people want to watch it, if enough people are going to join us for it, then definitely let's do it. I'm down for it. I'm really into what we were talking about yesterday, and that was maybe doing something with Patreon where we do NXT streams over there, and we could look at other content. I really liked that idea of going back and looking at an old pay-per-view because I love the legends. I love the old shows. So, to sit down and say, right, this Thursday, we're going to sit down, we're going to watch Royal Rumble 1992. And then, we can get the networks lined up and then bang, we're off and we can watch the shows together. And I'm really into that idea. I really like it. So, I'm gonna give that some more thought. So anyway, I hope everyone is well. We're going to put all of that to one side because that's just things that are floating around in my brain. We are here for Smackdown Live, and we are here for what should be a very good Smackdown Live. I've made a few notes of what WWE are talking about, what they're predicting or previewing, so we're going to talk about that. But I do want to say hello to everyone in the chat. So hello to the Fiend. The Fiend is here. Sarah Shaw, hello, my friend. I can watch you stream daily. Oh, thank you. How is Kia? I gotta be honest, she's a little bit depressed. She's actually not in here at the moment. She got taken. She was in here all day, but she was taken out just before we started streaming today. You might remember yesterday she got taken during the stream. So sadly, I would show you her, but she's not in there. She is a little bit down. This is like day number 3 in the cage. And she's so used to having freedom. She's so used to just being like running around. We've got like a really nice sized garden. And as we said, fields everywhere. There's like sheep and cows in that field. They come right up to the house. So she loves trying to scare them away. So she's always out running around and everything, and she can't do that now. She's, like, literally in this cage all day. We take her out for toilet breaks, of course. But that's what the vet has said. The vet has said she cannot move around. That the injury in her leg, it's got to set. So, she's a bit down. I'm constantly opening the little door and, like, giving her fuss, and, like, she'll try and get out, and you're like, you can't, mate, you can't. So, yeah, look, it is what it is. It's got to be that way for another couple of weeks, unfortunately. So, it is what it is. It's better for her in the long run, that her leg gets better and everything. So, yeah, she's a little bit down, but making the most of it. Hello to Who attacked Roman, says Crazy BK Biker. Well, I think we know. There's actually an image. This is a good point, actually. I don't know if you guys saw. There's an image doing the rounds on Twitter of someone there. I don't know if you've seen that image. But basically, this was a new camera angle that was shown yesterday. If I turn it, will it turn? There we go. So that was actually a camera angle that wasn't shown before. And they showed it yesterday for the first time. And people have been pointing out this person right here. Which, again, if we flip it over, that's what they look like. And a lot of people are under the impression that is Rowan. It could be Lars Sullivan, but a lot of people are saying that it's Rowan. And as a result, there seems to be a lot of people saying that it was Daniel Bryan. So, yeah, I mean, it could be that Rowan did one and Daniel Bryan drove the car. Maybe Rowan was responsible for the forklift truck incident, but Daniel Bryan was the one that drove the car or something. But they're the front runners. Obviously, it's not been confirmed or anything, but that's the rumour at the moment. That's what people seem to think is the person or people responsible. So watch this space. Who is that? We don't know. It looks like it's either, well, 3 options. That's 4, 3. It's either Rowan, Lars Sullivan, or someone else. So I'm glad that we narrowed that down. It looks like Rowan or Lars, doesn't it? So I think it's probably Rowan. Days, there was another shooting in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I did not know that. I haven't heard that. Wow, sorry to hear that. I don't think that's come through yet. Is it just coming through? I gotta be honest. I don't like. Don't like all this shooting news, of course, and I really hope that something gets done, something changes. I've been a little bit surprised online where, like, been talking about something's got to change, and like, people really seem split on this, 50-50, like, no, the rules are right, they just need to be enforced better, and then other people saying, no, we need to completely change the rules. So let's not get into it. But yeah, it's something's got to be done. I think we all agree something's got to be done. Right, Anna Dawes, Cody Aaron was born. Oh, it jumped off screen. Right, you might remember that Anna Dawes is now a great-grandparent. I thought I'd add great, because you are great. And it makes you sound older as well. Cody Aaron was born at 3'58", 6 pounds, 3 ounces. Have DM'd you on Twitter for full information. Both are doing fine. Hashtag long day. That is amazing. Yes. Cody Aaron. Cody Aaron. Is it just me, or is that like an amazing wrestler's name? Maybe it's because of the whole Cody Rhodes vibe. But Cody Aaron? Oh my God! Cody Aaron's here! I think it sounds like a great wrestler's name myself. Very, very cool. I'm glad that everyone is doing well, my friend. People saying, do you know, I can actually see that there is a little bit of lag. How do we get rid of the little bit of lag? How do we lose this lagness that we have adopted? Let me see if I can maybe close a few programs down, if that will somehow help. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe it's just a little bit laggy this evening. I don't know if I'm helping or hurting here. I don't know if I'm hurt or healing. I feel like I'm hurting. Right, let me try. I'm trying to close this program down. I've got a program open that doesn't need to be. Has that helped? Probably not. Probably not. Abby and Huskus will return. Okay, well, let's talk about it, shall we? Let's talk about Bray Wyatt and what we might see this evening. I honestly think that we will get a Funhouse episode. So I think we'll get a Firefly Funhouse episode, and I don't think he's going to attack Bray. We've seen the Fiend attack quite a lot. There might be, I mean, last week we kind of saw him walk down the entrance ramp a little bit. So maybe we'll get something else like that. I mean, it would be awesome if Bray had a friend that could get taken out, you know? Like, could you imagine if Finn and, Balor had a friend. Could you imagine if Finn was still going out with Kathy Kelly? That would be awesome if Finn was still seeing Kathy Kelly. And then the Fiend attacked Kathy Kelly. That would be insane. That would be absolutely awesome. It would be a great way of just adding some extra heat to this feud. So, yeah, I would absolutely love that. Monica King says it has helped. Good. It's fixed. Yes. I've got my, I'll tell you what it was. If it was that. My editing software was open. When I edited the Bray Wyatt video, like hours and hours and hours ago, obviously I used the same computer, so that software was still open. So it's probably taken up quite a bit of processing power, so just close that down, so hopefully it's okay now. So, I mean, to be fair, we haven't been having any lag problems, so hopefully that is that. Big Dog says, you should make a website, sell shirts, all social media connected. I can send you to the right people. Yeah, it is something that I've thought about, but I gotta be honest, I mean, I just see myself as a YouTuber. I mean, I don't even really like that term, but I make videos. I make videos about figures, about breaking news. We do live streams. You know, there's quite a few different bits that we do, like toy hunts, obviously, when we can do them. So yeah, there's like, that's my focus. That's what I focus on. And then things like Twitter, Instagram, websites, T-shirts, it's all secondary. It's all stuff that just doesn't get that much of my attention. Probably should get more, but it doesn't. Because as I said, you know, I always just focus on videos. So, but yeah, it's definitely something that I know needs to happen, because I just think that it would be easier for people to find videos. I think there's a lot. I mean, we've got nearly 3,000 videos on the channel, so I probably could do with a website just to kind of sort them out a little better than what YouTube allows. But again, move that to one side. We'll look at that in the future. Shout out to Peter Christ. Heydays, try collecting Marvel Legends. They're cool. Well, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Great name. It's literally all the names kind of merged into one. But I gotta be honest, I'm not a Marvel guy. I have actually never watched a single Marvel film, like all the way through. I've seen bits. I saw bits of like the first Avengers, bits of the very first Thor. I've never seen an Iron Man. I've never seen, I don't even know what the other ones are. I saw bits of Ant-Man. I've never seen the second Avengers, never seen the third Avengers. I can't even think what other films have been made. Doctor Strange, I've heard of, but never seen. What else is that? Iron Man? I can't. You're probably shouting loads of names at me now, but I can't think of any more films. But yeah, I haven't seen them anyway. Whatever it is, I haven't seen it. And that's no disrespect to Marvel. I appreciate there's an audience there for that, and I appreciate it's quite similar to wrestling in a way. You know, what with it being like larger than life characters and scripted and blah 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 blah. So yeah, I've got respect for Marvel, but I didn't grow up with it. I think that's what it comes down to. I think if you're young and you grow up with it, then you're into it. But to be honest, if you don't like discover Marvel until you're an adult, I'm not sure you get into it. I'm not sure it works. It's kind of the same with wrestling. I don't know many like 30-year-old guys that never watched wrestling as a kid. that turn the telly on and then start getting into it. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but I can't say I've ever heard of that many examples. Normally, if you're into wrestling, you're into it as a kid and you stick with it. And I think it's the same for Marvel. There's going to be exceptions, but by and large, you know. If Raw is not good, then SmackDown is good. If SmackDown isn't good, Raw is good. I think Raw was actually all right. I saw a few mixed reviews for it, but I was entertained, and I think that's what it comes down to. I thought, personally, we saw the best Raw match of the year yesterday. I honestly think that the Andrade versus Rey Mysterio match is the best Raw match of the year. And the reason why I say that is because it's kind of up against... I mean, the other match that comes to mind is the Kofi Kingston Gauntlet match. That really made Kofi Kingston. That was a really important match because that was meant to be Ali that was in that. Obviously, it was Kofi. Kofi did incredible. And then that was really the start of Kofi Mania. And then he goes on to win the title. So, a very, very important match, that Gauntlet match. But if I was going to re-watch a match, if there was a match I was going to sit down with a coffee and watch again, it wouldn't be that Gauntlet match. It would be that Andrade Rey Mysterio one. So, for me, that was the best Raw match of the year so far. And actually, I think Bleacher Report gave it like an A grade or something like that. I like to have a look at Bleacher Report. That's tends to be where I go, like just to see what other people are saying. That's one of the kind of opinions that I value in a way. I like Bleacher Report. Because they cover other sports as well, so I kind of feel like they're legit, you know. Raw was good yesterday, but I don't think SmackDown will be better. No, I don't think it'll be better. I think it'd be very hard for it to be better, because, of course, we got that big shock moment with Goldberg. So I don't see any way that they can, like, replicate that. We obviously had a title change as well. I don't know if you saw, but the Iconics, have you seen that clip online of the Iconics losing their minds? It's absolutely brilliant. As soon as they lost the titles, we went to commercial, but they were actually just going crazy at ringside, pulling their hair out, going absolutely mental. There's like a 2-minute video on social media that I urge you check out. It's a lot of fun. Amazon are selling the Wrestling Days t-shirts. Well, they should be, yes. The company that I am using, thank you again, Anador. By the way, Anador, you don't need to keep like doing super chats. I will try and just keep an eye out for you, because I did find out that actually the chat, not the chat on screen, but the chat, is it to the right? The mods are still in blue on there for some reason, so I'll keep an eye out on there for you. You need to save your money for, like, your great-grandkid. But anyway, yes, Amazon should be selling those. And they might... I believe they could even be available right now. And the reason that Amazon have got them is because I'm actually using a company that specialise in T-shirts. They're a little bit like Pro Wrestling Tees. They're called Urban Species here in the UK. But they can get the designs onto Amazon. There's been a lot of work into those t-shirts. I've still got them here, in case you didn't know. We are going to talk about wrestling. But as the subjects come up, let me quickly tell you about this. Obviously, we're going to do video. I'm just giving you guys behind the scenes, little bits of information that haven't been featured in any videos yet, right? You are getting this info first. And I like to do that on the streams. I think if people are going to be kind enough to sit down and spend a bit of time with us here and join our community, then any way I can, like, reward that and thank people. So if ever I get any, like, information, then I tend to just talk about it here, leak it here, whatever, and then do a video on it after. Well, even if this isn't the most exciting news, these are the new Wrestling Days t-shirts. These will be... really the first t-shirts that are widely available. There was a design before these, but they were only available from Wrestling Shop. These ones are going to be the first widely available Wrestling Days t-shirts. And by widely available, I mean, yes, in the US as well. So that's the one design that's got Wrestling Days on. And it's got like the Union flag on there as well. It's got like the London skyline. You can see Tower Bridge and the London Eye. And I think that's meant to be Big Ben right there. So we got Big Ben. Like loads, I don't even know what these buildings are. I think these might just be random buildings. I wouldn't go to London looking for these buildings. I think they're just randoms. But that's the first design. And then I think this design's my favourite. And that's that one. I love this one. I wanted something, right? And a lot of thought went into this. I wanted something that you could go into a pub or anywhere, right? And feel comfortable. Because not everyone wants to have, like, wrestling and, like, all that on their shirts all the time. I mean, like, this one I'm wearing right now. It's a Tony... Look at this. This is cool. I've got a Tony Storm shirt on. Can you see I got Tony Storm? And even she's got, like, Japanese writing on. So, Tony Storm, picture of Tony Storm. Gold Coast, where she's from. That's it. It doesn't say, like, wrestling or NXT or anything like that. It's really quite simple in its design, and I wanted something like that. So that's kind of part of where my inspiration came from, and that's why I went for this one. So, yeah, apparently that says Days. It's either Dream or Days. That's how it translates. That's the closest I could get in Japanese. And then we've got this little fella who's like the unofficial / official logo icon of the channel. Because I wanted someone that was like buzzing around. Because that's what I feel like I do. I go from streams to breaking news to should we do a toy hunt? And it's like I'm constantly doing things. So when we were designing it, I wanted something that kind of symbolised that. Part of me wonders now whether I should have put a beanie on him. I feel like I should have. I feel like I should have put a beanie on him. But it doesn't matter. It's not the biggest issue in the world. But yeah, I think he's cool. I think he looks really cool. Do you know what? We haven't named him. We haven't named him. That is definitely something we need to do, isn't it? We need to try and find a name. I don't even know what he is. He's got a sting, so, like, is he Barry the Bee? Is he Mike the Mosquito? Do mosquitoes? No, they bite, don't they? They haven't got a sting. He's not Mike the Mosquito. Maybe he is Warren the Wasp. I don't know. Harry the Hornet. I don't know. So, yeah, we'll have to do that. Anyway, look, we're talking about too many non-actual wrestling things. We need to talk about if Samoa Joe is a heel or if he's a face. Because there's a bit of confusion over this. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Is Samoa Joe a heel or a face? Because he came walking out as a heel, but then he seemed to be very concerned about Roman Reigns. BJK13, awesome. Thank you very much, dude. Gary saying Tony Storm rocks. She really does. I'm a big fan of Tony Storm. Big fan. We need the new Wasp mascot in an intro for all of your videos. Well, do you remember, I've got to be honest, I haven't used it for a long time, but do you remember Obvious John in the Toy Hunt videos? For some reason, I just haven't used it for a while. I think he's gone on holiday. But once we get a name for whatever it is, then maybe I'll start introducing him into toy hunts and trying to find a way of kind of use it. I feel like it's a him. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's wearing trousers, but is that a bit sexist? Maybe it's a he and a she. I don't know. I don't even know what it is right now, yeah? But I do like his trainers. I am a big fan. Look at those. They're like Converse, I think. Converse, he looks cool, man. And he's got, like, bigger muscles than me. Yeah, I'm really into it, but I'm not going to keep banging on. Right, face, heel, face. Take off your beanie. It's still not a good situation. Heel. There was a donation. Oh, did I miss one? Did I miss one? Days, call him Fiend Stinger. I like Stinger. Stinger. Sarah Short. I did miss one. Off to bed days. Going to watch Hobbs and Shaw tomorrow. Have a good evening. Love to Kia. Thank you very much. Sarah Short. Very, very cool. Have fun watching Hobbs and Shaw as well. I hear it's a great film. Reviews have been excellent for it, so you should have a great time. Should have a great, great time. Henrietta the Hornet. I do feel like it's a Hornet. Yes, I do feel like it's a Hornet. I don't know why. Henrietta. Where have you got Henrietta from? Samoa Joe was a heel until last night when he turned face. Days. Name him Baze. Baze and Days. His name is Buzzin' Days. Buzzin' Days. Woo! Yeah! Buzzin'. Wasp and Wrestling Days. Days, I have not watched one of your streams since Fighter Fest, but I have been watching some of your actual videos recently. Awesome. Well, I appreciate any support. Colby, is that Strogner? I've gone with Stogner. Colby Stogner. Shout out to you, my friend. Call him Beanie? Oh, now that's clever. That is clever. That is really clever, isn't it? Beanie. Beanie is very clever. The only problem is he's not wearing a beanie. So people will be like, why is he called Beanie? And I'll be like, because he's not wearing a beanie. Well, why isn't he called Hazard Suit? Because he isn't wearing one of them either. Maybe I like Beanie. I do like Beanie. Beanie. Does he look like a beanie? Well, he doesn't look like a beanie, but I mean, like, does his face look... His face just looks angry, doesn't it? His face looks angry. I kind of feel like that's how I would look like if Baron Corbin was to become Universal Champion. Hayes the Hornet. Hayes. Ooh, yeah. That is a good one. The Wrestling Wasp. I tell you what, you guys are knocking this out of the... Call him Mad Bants. Mad Bants. Oh, little Mad Bants. All right, Mad Bants. Call him anything apart from the B Experience. Oh, yes. Ah, I do like that. The Hornet Experience. You guys are funny, man. Sammy the Stinger. Baldy. He is bald, you're absolutely right. He is bald. Baldy. Although I feel like I'm bullying him. If I call him Baldy. Look at that. It'd be like calling him Weird Face, wouldn't it? There we go. Look, little Weird Face over there. Days, would you like to see Samoa Joe and Roman versus Shane and Daniel Bryan? No, thank you. I'm really not a fan of putting two single stars together. I don't see any value in that match because whatever team wins, it just doesn't matter, does it? Who cares, really? I like to have matches that actually mean something. And there's too many times where we get those kind of matches where it just doesn't matter who wins. I'm really intrigued to see what AEW do, because AEW have said that wins and losses are going to matter. So that would mean that even those single stars in a tag match, even those results would matter. At the moment with WWE, they don't. So I'm very, very interested. See what they do. Kinga the Stinger. People are loving this, aren't they? Hello, Days. Is Kia in the crate? She is not in the crate. No, sadly not. She was in the crate all day. We were talking about it earlier. But yeah, sadly not. She got taken away just before we started streaming. In fairness, you know, it probably would have been better if she'd gone before we started streaming yesterday, because obviously she wants to just get some rest and she doesn't want me screaming and shouting next to her. Yeah, she's not in there now anyway. Heard Joe and Roman will be tag partners at SummerSlam. Is that going to happen? That might happen. I'm trying to think. Joe hasn't got anything lined up. Roman looks like he's heading for a match with maybe Daniel Bryan is the bookie's favourite. I suppose in a way that would make sense, wouldn't it? If it turns out to be Daniel Bryan and Rowan, then you could have Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns working together against Daniel Bryan and Rowan. Do you know that's something I hadn't even considered. Maybe they are going to do that. Perhaps that's what they were doing. Perhaps they planted the seed for that tag match. So I can believe that. I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if any of you saw as well, but yesterday when the Kabuki Warriors came out, the graphic came up on screen saying the Kabuki Warriors, and underneath it had like the Twitter handles for the two superstars, so obviously Asuka, and instead of Kairi Sane, they had Io Shirai's Twitter handle. I mean, how does someone make that mistake? How does someone think that Io Shirai is in the Kabuki Warriors when it's quite clearly Kairi Sane? So that was a weird mistake that got made yesterday. Very, very bizarre. I legit don't even know how that happens. Because it must have been someone new. It must have been someone that doesn't really know the product. I don't know how you confuse Kairi Sane with Io Shirai. I mean, I know they spent time together down in NXT, but surely you know which one got called up. Surely you know that one of them is having a match against Candice LeRae at NXT TakeOver this weekend, and the other one isn't. So, yeah, that was a very, very bizarre mistake. So, yeah, I thought that was a bit weird, seeing that pointed out on Twitter earlier. And also, we've got like half an hour to go until the show begins, just under actually. I would be very, very interested to know people's favourite SummerSlam matches. It's not a topic that we've really ever spoken about before, but I would really like to know people's favourite SummerSlam matches. I'll start the ball rolling. It's a match I've actually only ever seen once, all the way through once, and it's iconic. It is 2005 Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels. Now, not my favourite match for wrestling ability. I probably would be thinking about Bret Hart, British Bulldog. Or even Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Steel Cage match. They did the ladder match rematch, didn't they, as well, with Razor and Shawn Michaels. That was at SummerSlam. So there's been some fantastic matches at SummerSlam, like wrestling-wise. But Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels was a match that I just never thought I would see. And not only did we get it, but we got just such a bizarre match. I mean, it's honestly, it's in like my top 20 matches everyone should see. Everyone should see that match. Because it is so weird, the way that Shawn Michaels sells during the match. So, like, Hulk Hogan will punch him and Shawn will go flying back. And obviously, he was doing it on purpose. But we won't go into all of that because we'd be here forever. But it's whenever I think of SummerSlam, because it's a match I never thought I would see, because it was so over the top, it's always the first match that comes to mind. I always think 2005. And I remember watching it once and thinking to myself, what did I just watch? What was that? And I've never got round to watching it again. So, to be honest, I really love that Patreon idea of rewatching an old pay-per-view. And we would definitely do SummerSlam 2005 with Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels. Yeah, brilliant. Are you afraid of death? No. There's no reason to be. Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect I saw got mentioned. Absolutely brilliant. Rollins versus Balor 2016. That's a great shout. That was obviously for the first Universal Championship. That was to crown the first Universal Champion. Not only did we get that match, but we got Shawn dressed as Hulk figure. That is true. In the build-up to that match, obviously Shawn was taking the mick out of Hogan, and so dressed up as him. I think the segment was like a fake Larry King type segment. I remember it being not in the ring or anything. I'm sure it was like a fake Larry King thing, and they ended up making a figure, which was awesome. So yeah, it's one of those matches you just do not expect to see. Brock Lesnar, John Cena. I tell you, I mean, that is a very interesting match because, of course, we'd never seen John Cena get treated that way. He got humiliated. You could kind of argue he was never the same after that. John Cena was never the same after that match. His really marked the end of dominant Cena. Like, Cena had been pretty dominant for like 10 years. Kind of came in 2003, started to hit his stride around 04, 05. And I'd say it was around 2014, around that time that Cena started to kind of stop being the dominant force. Randy versus Hogan. Randy versus Hogan. Why can't I recall that match? I remember it at WrestleMania 5. Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 5. That would have been in 1989. So what happened at SummerSlam 89? Because SummerSlam 88, I think, was the Mega Powers. 89. What was SummerSlam 89? Was that Macho Man Hogan? I don't remember Macho Man and Hulk Hogan having a match at SummerSlam. Let me check. I'm checking SummerSlam 1989. SummerSlam 1989 was Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake against Macho Man and Zeus. So we got a tag match, if that's what you mean. We got the tag match. I don't remember that being that good. Zeus couldn't wrestle. There's no point me saying couldn't really wrestle. Couldn't wrestle. China versus Stone Cold. HBK versus Triple H. That was awesome. That was great. You're absolutely right. Do you know, that's another match, Marco, I've only ever seen once. Definitely want to watch that again. I can't even remember all of that match. But they really went to town on each other. Daniel Bryan's only form of transportation is a bike, not a car or forklift to save the environment. It's a good point. Zeus and Macho versus Hook. Yes, you're right, dude. You're right. Goldberg versus Undertaker. Zeus 89. It was Zeus in 89. What happened to Wrestling Days Wrestling? That's a really good question, actually. That's a really good question. I gotta be honest, just haven't had time. To be honest, I've not struggled for videos. Like, normally I do Wrestling Days Wrestling if there's not really any news. We can't do a toy hunt. It's not a streaming day like a Monday or a Tuesday. So, say it was a Thursday, not really much happening. That's when I would tend to do a Wrestling Days Wrestling, but we just haven't had anything like that, any times like that. I mean, there's been so much news, wrestling news. It's been non-stop. It's just been constant. So, I mean, of course, it is SummerSlam. It is like the WrestleMania of the summer. So, it is always a good time for wrestling news. And what with AEW about to start up, I think this year has been quite an exception. Very excited for AEW. Of course, we will be live streaming that when it begins. We will be live streaming All Out as well. And, of course, SummerSlam this weekend. So, yes, make sure you subscribe as well. If you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe, hit that subscribe, and make sure that you join us for SummerSlam in particular. We will be, looks like we're going to be here tomorrow by the looks of it. Let's have a look. 91% of people asked want NXT this week, so give the people what they want. That's what I say. So we will do NXT tomorrow. NXT tomorrow. We'll watch that show. We'll do a little live stream. We'll only stream for about an hour and a half. We'll start about half an hour before, just have a little chat. Then we'll go straight into NXT. Watch NXT. Kind of maybe do even our predictions. Like we'll talk about who we think's going to win and whatnot at NXT TakeOver, and then we're watching NXT TakeOver on Saturday, SummerSlam on Sunday, Raw on Monday, SmackDown on Tuesday. It's non-stop. It's like that's what I mean. How do you fit Wrestling Days wrestling into that? Very hard. I want to see Wrestling Days versus Sheamus Mohawk match. SummerSlam 20. I would face Sheamus's Mohawk, but I would not want to face Sheamus. Let's put it that way. Days, Sergeant Slaughter followed me on Twitter. I saw, dude. I dropped a like. I was looking on Twitter, going down the notifications, and yeah, I did see that. Very, very cool. Hope we break 150,000 tonight. Could we? Could we? Maybe we could. What do we need? 63? We need 63 people that haven't subscribed to the channel, that maybe are watching for the first time, to hit that subscribe, and we could break 150 tonight. Maybe. Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon. Big Dan, yeah, absolutely epic. It wasn't meant to be as well, was it? It wasn't meant to be that match. I'm sure it was actually meant to be Shawn versus Vader. But it became apparent that Vader just wasn't where he needed to be. Sadly, when Big Van Vader was in WWE, he was a shell of his former self. You know, when he was in New Japan, he was absolutely incredible. You know, a multiple-time New Japan champion and WCW champion, but just couldn't get it together in WWE. Like, had backstage problems and loads of different things. And yeah, I'm sure it was meant to be Shawn versus Vader for that SummerSlam. Plans changed, and so they ended up doing the ladder match again, Shawn versus Razor. But it was like a last minute, what can we do? What should we do? And so they did the ladder match, and it was great. Do you think The Miz and Shawn Michaels will be in Goldbergs Corner for the Dolph Ziggler match? I don't know. Miz, maybe. Shawn, I'm not sure. I feel like Shawn will be on the kickoff show, maybe. I'm sure he'll be around, but I'm not sure if he'll come down to ringside. Miz, I kind of feel sorry for The Miz because he was about to have a match at SummerSlam and it's just been taken away. And The Miz hasn't done anything wrong, has he? The Miz is awesome, as he keeps telling us. So, yeah, I kind of feel sorry for The Miz. I don't care if we haven't seen it yet, but it will be Fiend versus Finn. Yeah, yeah, it will. I think everyone's very excited for that. I'm expecting the Fiend to come out to that like screeching noise and a little bit of laughing. I think that's his theme. I'll be very surprised if it's anything other than that. I think it'll be that. Maybe there'll be some extra added to it. I really do expect it to be along those lines, though. That screeching and the laughing. And then, yeah, kind of dark. Lights kind of moving around. So you can kind of see him and then you don't. And then he reappears. I think that'll be his entrance. And what's good about it is it still allows people to, like, hold up their phones. Because it's all dark and everything. People can still hold their phones up and be the fireflies, if you will. If people still want it. I think people would do that. If I was in the crowd, I would still do that. Even though you can't, like, It's very hard to, like, sway along to... It's very hard, but people will find a way. Will we get the Fiend or Firefly Funhouse tonight? Could be both. Could be both. We got both last week, so it could be both this week as well. Days, did you get my email earlier about the Fiend? I've got to be honest, I have been asleep for quite a bit of today, so I haven't caught up on emails. Yes. I haven't seen it yet, but yes. The reason why I was asleep a lot of today is because I had to stay up with Kia because there was no one else in the house. So I had to stay up with her. So as soon as we finished streaming yesterday, I did the reaction videos. I did that Bray Wyatt video. And before I knew it, was like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. So Mama Days went off to go shopping, get some food shopping. So I had to stay up with Kia because she can't be left on her own. And so I stayed up with her. So it meant by the time I got to bed, it was like 1 in the afternoon. So yeah, I woke up about 3 hours ago, 3.5 hours ago, something like that. Keep screeching. I don't think people would appreciate that, Bullet Club. Are you watching the JBL? Do you know I am? Yes, I am. I'm getting distracted here. On Sky Sports Arena right now, they've got SummerSlam. I don't know what it is, actually. I don't know if it's one event or if it is a mixture of events. But right now, we've got Undertaker versus JBL. And, yeah, it's very interesting to see Undertaker looking a bit younger. He's still got the Sarah tattoo here. I want to say this is around 2003, something like that. Maybe after 4, 5, 2003 to 2005. I got to be honest, my memory is not the best when it comes to... you know what's really weird? I find trying to remember, like, what happened in the 2000s so much harder than trying to remember what happened in the 90s. I don't know why that is, but I think it's because, like, WrestleMania 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think they were so iconic. Like, WrestleMania 2, it's Hogan against King Kong Bundy inside a steel cage. Everyone knows that. WrestleMania 7, Hogan against Sergeant Slaughter. But then, like, if I think WrestleMania 23, I have to go, WrestleMania 23, right, hang on. And it doesn't come that easily. I think it's because they were just a bit, do you know what I mean? It's a bit, they all kind of like, I honestly, a lot of the 20s WrestleManias weren't that great, if I'm being honest. Weren't that great. 25, what with it being Shawn, Undertaker, although that wasn't the main event. But yeah, I gotta be honest, a lot of the 20 WrestleManias weren't that good. Will Smith has attacked Roman Reigns. I hope that's true. Do you think WWE is going to have a cool stage design for SummerSlam? Or do you think it will be plain and the same as always? I think it will be plain and the same. And the reason why I say that is because I don't think they've had much time to come up with a design to do something different. I think going forward, there's rumours that they're bringing back the fist for SmackDown. So there's rumours that that's coming back. I don't know how true those rumours are. But yeah, I think that you might see SummerSlam get a different stage moving forward, but I don't think you'll see it for this show. Days, am I yes, you are. I've got you written down. You are. So actually, yeah, Jamie, I don't know if you're still watching, but can we remember to get AJ Parker a tag championship opportunity? I've got it written down because I saw that we didn't get a chance to do the match yesterday. Sarah was Taker's ex-wife. You're absolutely right. WrestleMania 22 is my favourite. To be honest, that was maybe the best one out of them all in the 20s. I just remember absolutely hating like WrestleMania 27, which was like Miz, John Cena. I hated Rock John Cena as well, 28, 29. So the end of the 20s was horrible. Mid-20s was okay. I remember 24 was alright from like Florida. But like that was Big Show Mayweather. I don't like it when they use celebrities in matches, to be honest, but yeah, it was alright. Almost too many matches to remember these. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I think maybe, you know, when you're growing up watching it, I got into wrestling, and WrestleMania 9 was the first WrestleMania I watched live, kind of. I didn't stay up and watch it. My cousin taped it, and I had it, like, the next week, which is pretty close to being live back in the day, having it a week later. So, yeah, WrestleMania 9, I watched a week after it happened or so, and it's easy to remember, like, what happened before 9 WrestleManias. But, like, as things go on, it just gets harder and harder to remember. And I think as you get older as well. WrestleMania 17, yeah, absolutely brilliant. WrestleMania 20 was a lot of fun in Madison Square Garden. John Cena against Big Show for the United States Championship. Kane versus Undertaker. Those are the matches that come to mind first of all. Of course, Benoit and Eddie Guerrero celebrating together. So, Cain Velasquez has attacked. I tell ya, I hope he goes to WWE. Cain Velasquez is the real deal. What he has managed to learn in such a short space of time, I just think is so impressive. So, yeah, he's going to be a big deal. Days, have you seen WWE Instagram? They posted a video of Kofi destroying Randy's NASCAR. What happened to that, Kofi? Why do we now have... Yeah. Well, I remember him doing that. That was around their feud from 2009, I believe. And he poured... Was it paint he poured onto it, I believe? I think it was paint, wasn't it? So, yeah, it was... I hate this version of Kofi. I hate pancake throwing, booty shaking. Maybe it works for the kids. I don't know. Like, you do see people holding up signs saying throw pancakes this way, so clearly kids are into it, but it's not fun for adults to watch. Or not for me to watch anyway. Days, where has Rusev been? Well, I know that they gave him time off, but I don't think they meant to give him this long off. I think they've just not had anything for him. But I know he did request some time off. So, yeah, a few weeks were for that. But I don't think they had anything for him for SummerSlam. So maybe you'll see him after SummerSlam. WrestleMania 31. Shade, the only issue I have with WrestleMania 31, the reason why it gets automatically disqualified is because of that Sting Triple H match. And it's absolutely incredible that I only found out this year that the reason Sting lost that match. So Sting, right, finally gets his WrestleMania match against Triple H. Surely Sting's going to win. We've waited so long for him to have this match. And he loses. He loses to Triple H. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And it turns out the reason why he lost was because Triple H was meant to have a match with The Rock the next year. So you might remember later in that WrestleMania, you got that Rock Ronda Rousey moment. That was all meant to set up The Rock versus Triple H for the year after. So the reason that Sting lost was to build a bit of heat on Triple H, was to get fans hating on the fact that Triple H had won, so that they would then build towards Triple H versus The Rock. And then that match never happened. We never got Triple H versus The Rock at WrestleMania 32. So it means that Sting lost for no reason. No good reason. So frustrating. Ian95 says, will you be getting 2K20? I heard it will be a little more arcade style, easier to pick up and play for people that aren't familiar with the 2K controls. Well, if that is true, then, I mean, look, I do this every single year. Every year I say, not sure, I might get it, I might not get it. The thing is, I tend to spend like £40 on a game that I get 2 matches, I play 2 matches and that's it. I mean, 2K19, I didn't touch it. I did, I think you might find like some Royal Rumble videos on the channel that I did from 2K19. That was literally the only time I played it. Other than that, I didn't play it. I don't find it enjoyable. When I'm playing it, like, when I'm actually playing it, it's fine, it's fun, yeah? But I can quite happily put it down and then never play it again. For me, it's not a game that I'm like, I've got to, oh man, what shall I do today? Right, I need to do a video. I want to do a video about this, so, but I really want to play 2K19. That never happened. So, for that reason, it just always seems like a waste of money. If they make it a bit more arcadey, if they make it a little bit more cartoony, a little bit more fun and just, you know what I mean? A bit more like bat and bushing, like bang, 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 yes, tombstone, here we go, bang, 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 yes, into the corner, bang, 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 oh, look at that, suplex. I don't like this reversal, like trying to time, and I can never do it. Is it the right R2 or something? I can never do it at the right time, and frustrating. Days, apparently it will be Samoa Joe's versus the Planet People. The Planet People! Amazing. Days, do you know that Seth Rollins never main evented WrestleMania or SummerSlam? Wow. That's amazing. That is a great fact. Well, maybe he will this time. Days, if you could change one thing about SummerSlam, what would it be? I would make it a stadium show. I think it should be a stadium show. I think it should be the WrestleMania of the summer. So I think that it should be outside. I think it should have an access. I think it should be as big as WrestleMania. I think it is the WrestleMania of the summer. And I would change that. I wish it was like, I wish it felt bigger. I never understand why SummerSlam is in an arena. Like, Raw is in an arena. Why is SummerSlam like this massive pay-per-view that easily the second biggest pay-per-view of the year? Easily, yeah? Well, actually, I said that. Maybe the Royal Rumble is. It's either SummerSlam or the Royal Rumble. I don't know. I still feel like it's SummerSlam. I think people look forward more to the Royal Rumble, but for some reason, I just feel like SummerSlam just is the second biggest. I think it's because it doesn't have the gimmick matches. It basically is just, you know, you can see anything like you could at WrestleMania. So, for me, SummerSlam, second biggest of the year, yeah? And it's in an arena. It's in an arena. It has access this year. Does it? Does it have an access this year? I haven't seen any reports of an access. With, like, the meet and greets and everything you get at WrestleMania. Days, what is the most obscure wrestling fact that you can tell us? Also, I ordered your shirt. No way! Mate, dude, you have got to send me a picture. You have got to send me a picture. What is the most obscure wrestling fact? I mean, literally, we have just sat here and said that my memory is not that great. Most obscure wrestling fact. I want to say... there's something... I can't remember. There's something to do with Triple H and Royal Rumbles. It could be that Triple H has lost the most WrestleMania matches. I don't even know if that's true. But when you think about who's lost the most WrestleMania matches, Triple H isn't necessarily the name that comes to mind first of all. Who has lost most WrestleMania matches? Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see. Am I talking rubbish? Probably. I can tell you that SmackDown is about to begin. I tell you, if I've got that fact correct, I am going to be so goddamn impressed with myself. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Number 1, most losses. The Game lost his first ever WrestleMania match against the Ultimate Warrior and has gone on to lose matches against big names. How many times has he lost? He has lost 12 times? 12 times? Jesus! It is not good for the King of Kings, is it? Yet he still managed to beat Sting? That's my amazing fact. Triple H has lost the most matches at WrestleMania. He's lost 12 times. Maybe even more now. I don't know when that article was written. And he still managed to beat Sting. Incredible. Incredible. Dun, dun. Right. Charlotte Flair making her way down. We have begun, by the way. Don't know where the time goes. Okay, Charlotte in the ring, cutting a promo. I'm sure we're going to see Trish at some point. Surprised we're starting with the promo. Kind of would have thought we would have moved away from shows starting with promos. Triple H entrances are pretty impressive. Absolutely. Triple H will be running the WWE when Vince is gone. Well, I think he'll be doing it alongside a few other people. I'm not sure. I don't think we'll ever see someone like Vince again. You know, just one person at the very top. I think it'll be like shared responsibilities. There's a kid in the front row dressed as The Undertaker. Looks really cool. There's someone dressed as the Macho Man as well. I believe we're in Detroit tonight. Looks like Detroit have come out. Dressed up. What chance? There are what chance. Triple H is below Shawn, Rock, and Stone Cold. Starting to watch the streams again slowly, so not being hope you're well, Imtiaz. Did you get any news on that job? Triple H lost 11, but he's the second most wins at SummerSlam. That article said he had lost 12. In fact, this article says he's lost 12, and that was before he had his match against Ronda and Kurt Angle. So that was WrestleMania 34, and he lost that. So that means he's now lost 13. And then did he have a match at WrestleMania this year? He must have. Who did he face this year? Who did Triple H face this year? That's bad, isn't it? I should be able to remember, but I can't remember. Who did Triple H face at WrestleMania 35? Oh my god. Who did Triple H face at this year's WrestleMania? That's bad, isn't it? My memory's gone. It is absolutely shot to pieces. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look. I'm sure you guys will tell me in a second. WrestleMania 35. I can't see the kid dressed as Undertaker. Front row. And just to the... behind Charlotte, front row, over her right shoulder. Batista? Yes, of course it was Batista. Of course it was Batista. Oh, well, he won that one. Well done, Triple H. You won one. Right, Trish on her way. So I actually think Triple H is at 13 losses now. Of course it was Batista. I can't believe I forgot that. I am a disgrace. Okay, Trish making her way down. They haven't shown that kid as The Undertaker for a little while. Could Trish be wearing anything any tighter? Batista. Yes, it is Batista. Hello, Crazy Games. Hope you are well. We are 53 subs away as well. I got this is bland. This is boring. I'm bored. This is dull. What if Undertaker is the one behind the attacks and he is using his supernatural powers to control forklift and cars? This is the big question. Would people buy supernatural powers in 2019? Is that something that people are just going to roll their eyes at, or are people going to go, "This is awesome"? I think people would be split 50-50. Oh, hello. Trish is quoting Harley Race. There's not much heat here, is there, in this promo? There's like, do you know what I mean? I want it a bit spicier. I want someone to attack someone. I want... Oh, it's just a lot of talking. She's wearing yoga pants. I think Charlotte will, by the way. I think Charlotte will get the better of Trish. Slap from Trish. Charlotte towering over Trish here. Charlotte hasn't got the promo skills of a dad, has she? I wish she could cut a better promo. That was lacking. That's sorely lacking. The club is challenging the Wolfpack for tag team championships. Stand on her, Charlotte. She is wearing yoga pants, yes. We've got Daniel Bryan and Rowan against Xavier Woods and Big E tonight. Big Show is the attacker. Big Show? Shane McMahon is going to be on the KO show. I'm sure that's going to go well. I can't see any dramas there. We're backstage. We got Booyaka 619, Rey Mysterio, walking down the corridor. I think I'm on the verge of stopping looking for puppets. I think I'm going to stop. Yeah, there wasn't any puppets. But I still look out for them. No one will ever have promos like Flair and Hogan. Do you know what? Even if the promo was nonsensical, even if Charlotte was to come out and do like a Warrior promo, just like, do you know what I mean? So anyone was to just go to a different place, give us something interesting. The promos are always just like, you don't know what you've got coming. I'm your worst nightmare. I'll see you at SummerSlam. It's like, oh man, just wake me up when it's done, yeah. Wake me up when it's over, because this is boring. It's the same old stuff. Just like, oh, I've been watching you for a long time. I know your weaknesses. You don't know mine. I'm gonna beat you at. Just give me something more. Give me something tastier. Give me something I can get my teeth into. Like, why? Why does Charlotte want this? Talk about her history. Talk about the fact she's been watching Trish, like, grown up watching Trish. Talk about how she finds some mistakes in Trish's old matches. Be like, look, Trish, you botch. You're a botch machine. You've always been a botch machine. Let's go back to this moment here. Look, WrestleMania. Look at this moment right here, Trish. You know the truth here. Look at that. And like, use the screen to show us 20 different times that Trish messed up in a match. Because it's going to have happened, isn't it? Think about all the matches that Trish has had at house shows and Raws and Smackdowns and pay-per-views. There's going to be moments where she's mistimed something. Put it all together in a compilation. Get into her mind. Make it out that she's not this legend that she claims to be. Make out that she's just botched her way through her career. Not only did you have things handed to you backstage, but you was messing up in the ring, Trish. You're an embarrassment. You're a black mark in the women's evolution. And I'm here to rub you out. To wipe you away. After our match at SummerSlam, you will not be mentioned in the women's evolution. Give me something like that. Give me some. Do you know what I mean? Not like, I'm your worst nightmare. I'm gonna beat you. You will be sad. Come on. Someone in creative, be creative. Dream matches for the Fiend. Dream matches for the Fiend. Triple H at WrestleMania. It's a guaranteed win. Yes. Unless you're called Sting or Batista. Honestly, joking aside, I'd do that. I did put the theory video out earlier, you know, that the Fiend had taken out Mick Foley, general manager of Raw. Taken out Kurt Angle, general manager of Raw. Is he going to take out Baron Corbin, who was the other general manager of Raw? Once he's worked through general managers, he might start on Triple H. It's such an easy story to tell because at the moment the Fiend is just taking random people out. At some point, Triple H is going to have to say enough is enough, isn't he? He's going to have to say no more. And what if the Fiend takes out Shawn Michaels? Triple H is going to then stand up for his friend, isn't he? So I think we're on a collision course, the Fiend versus Triple H at some point. They've got to do the Fiend versus Randy Orton because of the compound fire. And I think if they could make it work, the Fiend against Undertaker as well. Get back, avenge that loss that he had. In fact, it'd be really cool because Bray Wyatt could say to The Undertaker, you've beaten me, but you've never beaten the Fiend. You're next. Just showing a replay of Goldberg. It's a great moment. That was a great way to end Raw. Oh, he's here? Goldberg? Wow. That is cool, isn't it? That's cool. I didn't expect to see him tonight. Why has it got Dolph Ziggler written on the door? This isn't going to be Goldberg, is it? There we go. There we go. As soon as I saw Dolph Ziggler written on the door. If I was Dolph Ziggler, I would have like headbutted the door a few times and then gone, oh. Woo! Give me a sec. Has anyone got any paracetamol? I'd be making fun of the fact he was headbutting the door and knocking himself out. Dolphberg. Dolph is hilarious. I tell you what is cool though. I think they could do a gimmick where Dolph comes down with different entrance music of other superstars. We did see him do that for a short time. But imagine if that was his permanent gimmick. Like Dolph's here coming out to the Goldberg music. But then next week comes out to HBK and does all the mannerisms and everything. I'm sure when he was doing it before, he just did the entrance and then, you know, walked away. But that would be really fun. Having him dress up as different superstars. I could see that working. Rey Mysterio. So I think we're getting Dolph against Rey. This is fun. Rey Mysterio. Dolph versus Rey. Dolphberg. Dolph attacking Rey on the outside. Firing shots on his head. Taking off the jacket, throwing it down. He's trying to put this away early. Super kick! You can see the little Undertaker girl now. Dolph is a living legend already. Just picture his Hall of Fame highlight reel. That's true. He has done a lot. And he will go in the Hall of Fame. Do you think Bray will show it tonight? Yes. I do. Favorite takeover? Favorite takeover? Might have been... Might have been... Again, my memory's not what it was. I'm trying to think of the one that had... recently with Pete Dunne and Walter. Did that have Gargano against Adam Cole as the main event? So Dolph Ziggler gets a microphone. So he is actually talking about being a legend killer here. Dolph Ziggler's saying that another legend has gone down. All of you legends can keep coming back. And I'll just keep putting you down. He's going to end the legend of Goldberg. And Dolph says that this is going to be Goldberg's last match. Dolph is fired up. Imagine if Dolph beats Goldberg. I think he will. I think he will. Ali now comes running down. There's no way Ali can win this. They're not going to have Dolph lose this close to SummerSlam, are they? So, a little bit weird booking-wise. But Ali fired up. Are we getting... Is this a match now? Are we getting this match now? Commercial break. La 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 la. I think it might be Rikishi who tried to hit Roman with the car. Randy must be furious with all this gimmick infringement. Yeah, you must be, you're right. He's the legend killer. Ali, next IC champ. It sucks Goldberg is gonna squash him. Do you think Goldberg will? I don't see why Goldberg would. Honestly, I don't see why Goldberg would. I understand why Goldberg beat Brock because they obviously worked a bit of a feud and they had a few matches. I think this is a one-off match, and because it's a one-off match, doesn't make sense for Dolph to lose. You could be right, but if I was booking it, Dolph would be winning. I would be putting Dolph over Goldberg. What if Bray is mocking Randy by taking out legends because Randy was the legend killer? I don't know. I feel like that was an old gimmick of Randy's. I'm not sure that would really be an effective way to mock Randy. I think if you wanted to mock Randy, then just use the RKO. Take people out with the RKO. And make that the Fiend's finisher. But to be honest, I think the Mandible Claw is the perfect finisher for the Fiend. I think it looks great. Can't believe Goldberg got Sunday off at Shady Acres retirement home. It's his week to run the bingo. Yeah, people are split on it. Some people think like Goldberg's too old. He shouldn't be in a match. I don't know. I mean, he does definitely... WWE have got a big advantage over AEW, and that is the legends. You know, AEW can rely on a few people like Bret Hart, Diamond Dallas Page, but WWE have got a lot of people under legends contracts. So you've got people like Goldberg, you've got people... Well, I mean, we saw Raw Reunion, you know, they're using Trish, Goldberg, you got Shawn Michaels making appearances... Undertaker popping up. He's just signed a lifetime deal. So I really feel like WWE are actively trying to use legends because they know that AEW can't. According to Dave Meltzer, Vince ripped up the show and rewrote it 90 minutes before. I believe it. Nicholas did a promo on YouTube. Cool. 2 spears and a jackhammer. Never liked Goldberg. Yeah, I never liked Goldberg. Sami Zayn versus Aleister Black will be a good match. Do you know, I forgot that was even happening. I hope we get some build for that tonight because that completely slipped my mind. I completely forgot that was even a thing. Right, we are back underway. We've got Dolph against Ali. Did you see Joe's promo after Roman's attack on Twitter? No, I didn't. I did not. Goldberg shouldn't be in a regular match. His abilities and age are best meant for quick squash in your face matches, and I love them. Did you see Lashley is out until November? No, I didn't. I heard he was injured. I didn't know he was out for that long. Kick out by Dolph. Just getting a 2. I gotta be honest, I mean, like, this match doesn't mean anything, does it? So, little bit of a shame that it's a bit of a pointless match. That's the problem with go-home shows, is you do get, like, pointless matches. Although, saying that, Rey Mysterio against Andrade was pointless yesterday. And that was incredible. Bret Hart is doing a meet and greet over SummerSlam weekend in Toronto, advertised by WWE. Is he? I thought he was, like, done with WWE. I didn't think he was under a Legends deal or anything like that. I mean, obviously, we saw him reveal the AEW title at Double or Nothing. So I thought he was, like, a free agent. And Dolph Ziggler gets the victory. There's a guy in the front row that's not happy. He just hit the barricade out of frustration. God damn it. Who did he think was going to win? This close to SummerSlam, of course Dolph is going to win. That guy still wasn't happy, though. Here to show the world, I'm here to show the world. Hello, Adam Cram. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Welcome. Jamie, we probably do need to get a poll up for people at some point, if that is possible. And can we make sure AJ Parker is involved? Right, my friends, we have got a Roman Reigns SummerSlam challenge recap. Of course, we're seeing what happened with all the speaker stacks and everything falling over. We saw that picture earlier about what appears to be Lars or Rowan. I really do believe it's going to turn out to be Rowan and Daniel Bryan. Of course, yesterday as well, we got the car incident. So, I just want the answer to this now. Even if it hasn't been executed that well, you know, people have got a few problems with the fact there were so many cameras set up and it was so obviously fake. So even though there's been a few missteps, it's been something different, hasn't it? You know, they're trying. They're trying. God bless them. God bless their hearts. They're trying. So, you know, I've got to give them credit for that. The Usos crashed into Roman. Yeah, I do love that theory that it was Jimmy Uso. It's a little bit naughty because obviously it's a very serious situation. You know, drink driving shouldn't really joke about, but it is funny. It is funny. I'm sorry. It is funny. Days, check DMs. Check DM. Right, they're just showing the car crashing into the other one, and then it speeds off. I mean, there's no clues or anything there. And it's so interesting, isn't it, that Joe is so concerned. I think you guys are right. I think we are heading towards a tag match of Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe against Rowan and Daniel Bryan, if it does turn out to be those. Let's see what's said. Sit down interview. So we're going to have a sit down interview. I wonder if something else is going to happen. Or if the attackers are going to actually reveal themselves now. As we go to another commercial break. I gotta be honest, I think this episode is not that great so far. I'm not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed Raw yesterday, and it feels weird saying that. Normally, Raw is not as great as SmackDown, but so far we've had kind of like a bit of a boring promo, and then a bit of a nothing match between Dolph and Ali, and I don't know. Still early. We're only half an hour in, you know. We've still got an hour and a half, so Still plenty of time. Let's see. Let's see, shall we? Right, we've got a poll up for our Tag Team Championship. We didn't get a chance to do this yesterday. Thank you very much to Jamie, who sent the names over. I've just dropped them into the poll, and the poll is up. So we've got Wolfpack versus the Jackets against Oak Nero against Zyi. So head over to @Wrestling Days. You can vote who should be our live stream tag champs. 2 days ago, it was my birthday, and I turned 12, and I got the Seth Rollins and Miz Battle Pack. Very happy birthday to you, my friend. Very, very cool. Are you going to get the new show, Straight Up Steve Austin in the UK? It comes on USA After Raw this coming Monday. I don't believe so. I don't think so, no. I can tell you that the Broken Skull Ranch was on TV here in the UK, but it wasn't on the same channel as Raw and SmackDown. It wasn't on Sky Sports. It was on something like Bravo, or I don't even know if that channel even exists anymore. I can't even remember what channel it was on, but it was on some random channel, like the Learning Channel or something. I don't know. Maybe it will be on that. Maybe it will be on that, but I can't say I've seen any adverts for it. So at the moment, I'm going to say no. Sorry, Dave's got to go. No worries. CM Dead. Thank you for joining us anyway. Appreciate it. Roman's attacker is going to be Dixie Carter. Well, wouldn't that be a turn up for the books? It was the Jackals. Oh, was it the Jackals? Well, the Jackals have put jackets on, so now they're known as the Jackets. I think all this talk about Jackals and Jackets is only going to help their chances of winning. So, let's see. Who do you want to win? Do you want to see the Wolfpack win? Do you want to see the Jackals win? Do you want to see Oak Nero or Zyi win? I love the idea that the Jackals were sat there going, yes, we're in the poll. And then I've named them the Jackets, and they're just sat there like this now. Just face palming. Just, I can't believe what he's done. I mean, we knew he was incompetent, but we didn't know he was this incompetent. Right, we're going back, my friends. We are going back to SmackDown Live. Come on, Jackets! Come on, Jackets! I want to see Funhouse Bray, not just The Fiend, and I wonder what will happen to Roman during the interview. Maybe Kayla Braxton's just going to get him and punch him in the face. And maybe Kayla is then going to, it was me all along. It's going to be one of them, isn't it? Kayla's going to reveal herself as the mystery attacker. Even though she's not wearing anything. She's not wearing a hood. The driver was Vince. It was Vince all along. AEW sucks. AEW is coming. AEW, AEW, AEW. We had a brief little moment in the chat there where we went AEW crazy. We've got to find out who Roman is going to face on Sunday. Maybe Roman has been doing this to himself. Maybe Roman's going to face his inner demons this Sunday. You know, think about that. Think about that. Maybe he set up all the boxes to fall over just as he walked past. And maybe he was remote controlling that car that crashed into him. Maybe he's got battling his own inner demons. It's an interesting theory. That's a load of rubbish. Right, we're just watching replays of Brock and Seth from Raw. People have said this before, and I totally agree. There's no need to watch Raw. You could skip Raw and just catch up on the replays they show on SmackDown. Just sit here watching Raw. I feel like I've seen Raw and SmackDown tonight. AEW is life. Joe is being a bro to Roman. I suppose maybe it's the Samoan code. Maybe it's something to do with that. That would be fun. That would be a good way of explaining it. You know, Samoa Joe could be like, I still don't like you. Don't think this means I like you. But you are a Samoan brother. From another Samoan mother. What if Hornswoggle attacked Roman? That would be sick. Sick. I'm not wrestling Logan. I am not ignoring you. Hello, my friend. What is going down? Days, it's okay. I'll learn to love the jackets. Oh, was that your team, AJ? I don't feel as bad now. Let's refresh it. Let's see where we are. I hope the jackets are doing. You're second at the moment. Wolfpack are winning at the moment. We've got drama. With 9 minutes to go, we've got a little bit of drama here. The jackets / jackals are second. Big. Did you hear that cheer then for when the Bray Wyatt graphic came up? People are loving it, man. Dave's thoughts on my message on Twitter. I haven't caught up with everything, to tell the truth. Joe wants to fight Roman, not watch him be murdered. That's a good point. Maybe Joe wants to beat Roman up. He doesn't want to see someone else do it. I'm into that idea, mate. Completely unconnected. Do you know what I started watching last night? I started watching Series 7 of American Horror Story. It's the one called Cult. And it's about this woman that gets, like, visions of clowns and things. Oh, man, it was so good. Really good. Scary, though, if you're young. It only popped into my head because I just remembered. I think after the stream, I might watch episode 2. It's on Netflix at the moment. Right, we've got Roman Reigns sitting down, saying some words. He says he's always known what's attacked him, but he doesn't know what's attacking him this time. He's in the dark. Someone or someones. Can you say, is someone's correct? Someone or someone's? I suppose it is, isn't it? Okay, so Roman says this is affecting his life. How do we vote? Just go over to @WrestlingDays on Twitter. Right, she's asking Roman, who does he think is responsible? Say John Moxley. So Roman is apologizing to Joe. Well, we don't know that. We don't know that. The person driving the car might be like Samoa Jane. It could be Samoa Joe's wife. It could be connected. Right, we're backstage with Natalia. I can't help it. I'm still looking for puppets. I can't help it, guys. I'm addicted. I've got a problem. I need to go and try and cure myself. I need to cure myself from looking out at puppets. AEW is gonna take over. Kayla looks like a suspect. I think she looks like a suspect. I think you're absolutely right. Maybe it's Undertaker. Maybe it is Undertaker. Are you streaming All Out? We are. 4 space 444. Why is that 4 space? Why is the space there? 4 space 444. Are you a person? Are you a machine? Who knows? Maybe you're a bot. 4444. Kayla did it. People are convinced now Kayla did it. Wheel of Fun will do it the next commercial break. AEW is overrated, to be honest. Well, do you know what? I've said we'll do it at the next commercial break. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. And we are 37 away. Oh, could we do that tonight? Hour and 20 minutes to find 37. That's a big ask. That is a big ask. Okay, look, let me plead to people, right? I'm going to take a second to plead. 37 subscribers we need. If you're watching and you're thinking, do you know what? I don't like this guy, but I could subscribe. I haven't got to press the bell notification. You could subscribe. See if we could get it to the 150, but you know what I mean? It's just like, be really appreciated, so. Right, let's do the wheel. So it's the Wheel of Fun. Everybody loves the Wheel of Fun. What was that? Is that the wheel? It's the Wheel of Fun. Oh, man. I'm embarrassed about how bad the end of that went. And the fact that this is like being streamed to people on the internet. And then the fact it'll just feature in a video that will stay on my channel for the rest of the time. Do you know what I mean? It really makes me question my life. It is what it is. I gave it gusto. I reached for the stars. I fell very short. But I tried. And that's all that matters in life. Is trying. And also succeeding. You've got to make sure you succeed. Okay, right, so let's go over to the wheel. To the wheel. Spin the wheel. We love the wheel. Please don't land on forfeit. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Check it out. Spin. Good. Okay. Here we go. Whoa. Slam attack! Slam attack! Right, Strath, we're going to give away 3 packs of Slam Attacks. Right, 3 packs of Slam Attacks are going to go to the 15th person. 15th person that gives me the word. 15th person that gives me the word. Race. We've got the video package for Harley Race. So, 15th person that gives me the word race. And who knows? There could be a Harley Race card in one of them packs. How awesome would that be? Here we go. 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 People have picked the wrong word. Come on. Come on. This delay, you can really see the difference, can't you? From when I say the word. Look at that. So Eagle Eye Production was the first person to write it. That's how long the delay is. Mental. People think it's me. It's not me. I'm not delayed. It's YouTube. Well, I don't even know why YouTube puts that delay on. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well done to It's Me Again. It's Me Again. Well done to you, my friend. It's me again. It's me again. 3 packs. Slam attacks. Well done, dude. We will do another wheel in an hour's time. So 3 packs of Slam Attacks, and I'll send over that Wrestling Days autograph as well. That will be on its way to you. So we have got a little... Whoa! The subs jumped up a little. Now we need, what, 24? 24 subs in an hour and 15. This is going to be close. I actually think this is going to be close. Ooh, 20. Every single sub now has got me like... Okay. 150 will be a big deal. That'll be Big Harley champ. Let's not get distracted with that. That'll do whatever it does. Natalia's music has hit. So I'm guessing we're going to see the man. Very focused. Very focused, Natalya. Head straight down to the ring. No time for the fans. She's kind of healing it up a little, isn't she? I've commented on your last video. I've tweeted you. You need to hear this. I will catch up with the tweets. I always try and reply to people or like tweets. I'm very good on Twitter, if I don't say so myself. But yeah, I just haven't. I'm a little behind today because I was up in the early hours of the morning all the way through to the afternoon, and then I slept. So I need to catch up with a few emails, and I definitely need to catch up with Twitter. So Becky and Natalya, Raw Women's Championship submission match. I really feel like Becky's winning that, but I also wonder if Ronda will return. I really feel like Ronda could come back at that point. She has been making noises about missing it. And we know that she's good friends with Natalya. Ember Moon is coming down. I don't know what we're getting here. Ember Moon, of course, in a feud with Bayley. So are these going to be partners? No, they're opponents. So we're getting Natalya versus Ember Moon. Ember Moon, you know, very short, very, very small, deceptively small. One of the smallest women on the roster. Along with Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. I've been watching a lot of old stuff to find some references for what's happening now. It's a big eye-opener. I think Randy Orton is going to become WWE Champion. Bray Wyatt is going to take the title from him and send things full circle. I could see that happening. The only female ref, that's the NXT ref. That's I want to say her name is Jessica Carr. I think her name is Jessica Carr. I'm sure that's her name. Not 100% on the Carr bit. But yeah, she's the NXT ref. So I wonder if this means she's been called up. I hope so. She's a good ref. Plus also, little girls need to be able to look up at see a female ref and think that could be me one day. I'm sure there's many little girls out there dreaming of being a referee. Do you think any little boys grow up dreaming of being a referee? Ember Moon. Nice. Drop kick. It's quite vicious. It was a single leg drop kick. Natalya went crashing into the barricade. Ooh, Natalya responds by hurling Ember Moon into the LED screen. I believe it's an LED screen. Looks like an LED screen. And now a sharpshooter on the outside. Sharpshooter on the outside. Look, the referee going crazy. Bayley coming down. I don't think the ref is allowed to put her hands on the talent, is she? Why is Bayley saving Ember Moon? Surely it's in Bayley's best interest for Ember Moon to be in the worst condition possible. And now Bayley got pushed. Talia's picking fights with everyone, isn't she? She is upset. She is upset. Maybe she's fallen out with Tyson Kidd. And now she's taking it out on everyone. I think that was really stupid of Bayley. Really stupid. Her opponent this weekend was locked in a sharpshooter. And she's just saved her. How stupid can you be? What? Why did WWE keep doing that? How is stupidity the sign of a great champion? How is that a sign of a great champion? If I was Bayley, I would have gone down to ringside as well. Got a chair and just watched. Just sat there and watched. Still looking for puppets, by the way. What was that? Thought it was like a big polar bear. It seems disorganized. Oh my god, the sub count. Oh my god, yeah, the sub count, you're right. Wow. Amazing. How has that happened? There's not skullduggery going on, is there? I think the show is going to end with Roman's attacker being revealed. You could be right. It's because Bayley is a goody two-shoes. Yeah, you're absolutely right. She is a goody two-shoes. But she just shouldn't have got involved. Do you know what I mean? She just shouldn't have got involved. In fact, where was Becky? Surely if anyone was going to break that hold, it should have been the man. It should have been Becky. Not Bayley. Why does WWE make their champions look so stupid? I agree. I agree. Well done, Wolfpack. Wolfpack have retained. Unfortunately, the Jackals finished second. I honestly, I don't think you would have done that well had you have been called the Jackals. But the Jackets, people love Jackets. Not that many people love Jackals. People love Jackets more. So, if anything, I think it helped. But you still didn't win. Days Roman's attacker could be Sheamus, or Kane, or Shinsuke, or Rowan and Daniel, or Lars, or Luke Harper. You're right. It's basically anyone. No skullduggery, just shenanigans. Do you get play button for 150? No, you don't. No, you get play buttons for 100,000, and the next one is 1 million. So if we could like quickly get to 1 million, that would be awesome. It's crazy, isn't it? Like 100,000, then the next one is 1 million. But either way, you know, 150 is... I would say every 50,000 is like a nice milestone. Like you're crossing off them 50,000s. Yeah, make no mistake about it. I think that. I would say that's my life goal. My life goal is 1 million subs. That would be... I think if I was to achieve that, then I feel like I would have really achieved some... I still feel like we'd achieved some... That is awesome. I gotta be honest, that has really shot up in like the last 10 minutes. So I am a little bit worried that there might be some skullduggery going on. Say no to fake accounts. That's what I'm saying. But if they're not fake accounts, that is awesome. It's kind of weird to see it, actually. It's kind of really weird to see 150. Because it is a milestone. It is... It's like a real benchmark, you know? Because when you get to, say, 100,000, you do think, right, what's my next target? And your next target for a play button is 1 million. So then you go, well, I can't do that. So the next one, I suppose, would be 150,000? When can I get to that? And then when is 200,000? And when it comes to, like, you know, knowing if your content is being enjoyed and whatever, views, very important. And then subs as well, because obviously people enjoy it so much, they want to see more. So that is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm genuinely a little bit kind of like lost for words there, because I wasn't expecting for that to happen tonight. I didn't even know if it would happen at all. Even if it goes down now, we still achieved it, right? You saw it. You saw it. I can see that it's dropping down. If it gets to 149 again, we still achieved it. Don't take it away from me. Thank you very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Right, let's get back to some wrestling, shall we? Thank you to everyone in the chat. Very, very cool. It is Kevin Owens in the ring. We have got the Kevin Owens show. Let's celebrate with a spoonful of mustard. Dude, I have had such stomachache today. My stomach has been horrific. Here come the money. Here we go. Dollar. Here's Shane McMahon. Kevin Owens show with Shane McMahon. Tell you what, I am going to celebrate by watching Series 7, Episode 2 of American Horror Story straight after this stream. That's how I'm going to celebrate. Although saying that, it really does depend what happens in the next hour. You know, if we get some tasty moments, if we get a Firefly Funhouse, or we do find out who attacked Roman, then I'll probably end up doing videos instead. Okay, there's 2 chairs. I gotta say, the Kevin Owens show set is very bland. Could do with like a potted plant. Mitch. It needs Mitch. In the wall. Ooh. Kevin Owens took the microphone away so that he couldn't do the announcement. Don't forget as well, Kevin Owens quits if he loses. Is Shane about to put his career on the line? McMahon. Hello. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens wants Shane to put something on the line. I think you make a great commentator because of your reaction to the shocking moments. Thank you very much, dude. We've got a shocking moment right now. So, Kevin Owens is saying to Shane, if you lose, then are you going to agree to not wrestling anymore? Are you going to quit? So this would be a loser quits match. Man, I don't remember one of these since ever. Shane says no. Yeah, of course. Robert, I have no idea how you pronounce that surname. Lefebvre. Lefebvre. If you can spell it out like phonetically, I will shout it out. But I will butcher that. And I've already butchered it. So apologies, Robert. I am not trying to do that. I'm very interested to know how that's pronounced, actually. Days, fake accounts. Maybe. The thing is, they get taken off by YouTube, so I'm confident that where we are as of, you know, before this stream, I'm confident that that's all legit, because YouTube regularly go through and take any non-active and fake accounts out. We'll see. Days, WWE announced that there was going to be a Cruiserweight title match at SummerSlam. Okay. So, Shane McMahon is saying, look, if you get counted out, you're gone. If you freak out and hit me with a foreign object, you'll get disqualified, then you're gone. So, what is this building to? I'm really interested here. I feel like we're building to something. Kevin Owens says you do not have any balls. Lee Strack says you deserve it. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Lee. I really appreciate the support, man. That's really very cool. Thank you very much. Okay. They're emptying the ring. Shane and Kevin. Oh, Elias has come in. It was a trap. 2-on-1. Elias is in there right now. Kevin Owens gets rid of Elias, but gets clobbered in the back of the head. Yeah, man. I tell you, I think this is going to be a good match. I really think they're going to go all out. You know, Kevin Owens' career is on the line. I want to know what Kevin Owens' contract is. Is there a chance he could lose and go to AEW? Stunner on the commentary table to Elias. That was cool. Ooh, Shane taking Kevin's legs out from under him. Punches in bunches. Ugh. Ugh. What a horrible line. Oh, wow, you're watching on Switch. I didn't even know you could watch on Switch. Eagle Eye Productions, that's cool. I like the look of that new Switch. You know, the new handheld Switch. Shane tipping over the commentary table. And it lands on top of Kevin. I think he's making a point here. And that point is that he could do this at SummerSlam and then Kevin would get counted out. Look, he is trapped under the commentary table. It's kind of a brutal beatdown right now. Oh, he's getting a chair. He's setting the chair up in front of Kevin Owens' head. Why doesn't Kevin Owens just push it away? Kevin Owens has got his hand right there. Just push it away. Push it away. What? That was silly. Shout out to a normal stick Noda guy. I don't even know what that means. Shout out to you, though. Okay, so Shane talking trash to Kevin Owens. The female ref is out there. I gotta be honest, I thought that segment was a bit silly. It doesn't feel they really don't do realism very well, do they? They really struggle with realism. I mean, he put the chair right in front of him. Kevin Owens' hand is right here. All he's got to do is even that. Just knock the chair away. Or even just... He had the commentary table here. Even just like shuffle in a little bit. Just shuffle in. So your head isn't popping out like a little turtle. Weird. Imagine if they made the Hurricane do it and then when the car was heading for Roman, he put down the window and shouted, "There's a hurricane." That would be funny. That would be funny. Shout out to Jackson Oak. I am melting right now. It is so hot. I don't know if it's hot where you guys are. It is hot here. We're having a very humid evening. The Fiend isn't going to show up. I think he will. I think he will. I think you will get the Fiend. I would be amazed if you didn't. Does anyone know if Daze is a football fan and what football team he supports? By football, do you mean like soccer football or American football? Because if it's American football... I don't know anything about it. If it's soccer football, then I support Manchester United, who are the team I've supported since about 1992. Since I was like a kid, a real young kid. So I've supported them for 28 years. 28 years I've supported Man United. Don't get me wrong, I'm not, do you know what I mean? I'm not like this die-hard, passionate, gonna start getting into arguments kind of a football fan. I just keep an eye on what they're doing. I always look out for their results. If their games are on TV, then I'll watch them. And, you know, I've got a couple of United shirts. And I said on yesterday's stream, actually, what I tend to do to unwind and relax is I'll watch some bits on Netflix that aren't wrestling related, but I go onto YouTube as well and just watch like gossip about Man United, about who we might be signing and things like that. So, but I'm not like this die-hard Man United. I haven't got like tattoos or anything. I haven't got a season ticket and go to all the matches. But I have supported them for a long time. So that's the team that I look out for when it comes to like big names. And then when it comes to, like, any other teams, I support my hometown, which is Stourbridge. That's probably the team I'm most passionate for. I look out for their results each week, but they're so low down. They're never on TV. So if you support them, the only way to watch them is to go and see them. I've been quite a few times, but it's just hard. It's hard to, you know, go and see them, so... That's why supporting United makes sense, because you can follow them a lot easier. So that answers that, doesn't it? Boo United. I knew we was going to get that. I knew we were going to get that. I'm watching Man United this Sunday. Oh, I watched Man United this Sunday. Yes. Yeah, they faced AC Milan, didn't they? Won on penalties. They're facing Chelsea this weekend. I'm looking forward to that. In fact, I'm gonna see if I can watch Man United Chelsea in the day, and then I've got SummerSlam on the night. Although, in all fairness, I might have to sleep through it. We'll have to see. Love the way United was meant to be signing Dybala and now he's on his way to Spurs. To be honest, Dybala would have been a great signing, but he only wanted to come to United for the money. So it's not worth having. I'd rather not have him, so I'm not worried about it. This is all I've got. Right, look, this is an honest wrestling question. Has Seth broken up with Becky? Because it really felt like when he said, this is all I've got, he was saying, like, that is all he's got. He doesn't have Becky anymore. So I'm wondering if they broke up. There was a story doing the rounds that Seth had been sending some cheeky pictures. So, I don't know, perhaps Becky saw that story and they are no more. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but it's just the way he spoke after that beatdown where he said, this is all I've got. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he split up with Becky. Chalmers saying, Chelsea fans, where you at? I don't watch any sports because sports are not interesting to me. Oh, I'm a big sports fan. I'll pretty much watch anything that England are in. Like, I legit watched the Netball World Cup. I watched the Netball World Cup. Only the England matches, but I still watched it. So that was in England about a month ago. Right, Sami Zayn making his way down. What else did I watch? I watched the Cricket World Cup. Love that. I've been watching the Ashes, which is cricket as well. I watch England when they play football. I watch England when they play rugby. I watch Wimbledon. Yeah, I love sports. Absolutely love them. I would love to see, I don't even know if there is, could you imagine England American football team versus a USA American football team? Is there a USA American football team? That's a really good question. Is there? Is there a USA American football team? I don't think there's like an American Football World Cup, is there? Right, we got a Sami Zayn promo. I can watch any sport but golf. I watch golf. I watched Tiger Woods win the Masters earlier this year. I think it was earlier this year. Loved it. Loved it. Favorite boxer? Well, I would have said Anthony Joshua, but that didn't go well. I always loved Lennox Lewis, Prince Nassim. Do you remember Prince Nassim? Loved him. Anyway, we're getting distracted. This is wrestling days, not sports days. Sports days. We used to have that at school. Right, Aleister Black is going to make it. Tell you what, I've forgotten what Aleister Black's entrance is like. Don't see him that often. Oh, hello. Okay, so we're not getting Aleister Black's Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. Why did he say that lying down? Why did he say that lying down? Couldn't he have pre-recorded that? Sammy, this match isn't happening at SummerSlam because my back's given out and I can't get... Can anyone help me? Anyone out back? My back's gone. Hello? Why did he say that lying down? That would have had a lot more impact if it was pre-recorded and they played it and then whilst he was talking, he rose. That would have been more impactful. Right, here we go. Sami Zayn versus Aleister Black. Okay, so we're getting Sami Zayn versus Aleister Black. Apparently this isn't going to take place at SummerSlam. It's going to take place right now. I wonder if there'll be some kind of screwy finish and we'll still get it at SummerSlam. Here we go, Aleister Black. Sami Zayn, we're underway. Favorite moment and match of ECW? It's going to be the obvious answer, I'm afraid. But I'd be lying if I was to say anything else, and it would be Rob Van Dam against John Cena. That reaction that Cena got is one of the most incredible moments I've ever seen in wrestling. We've gone to commercial break, so we can talk about it a little more. Was it? I can't remember what the pay-per-view was called. One Night Only? One Night Stand? I can't remember. But they brought ECW back, and it was going to see Rob Van Dam have his championship match for, I believe, the WWE Championship, wasn't it? WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus Rob Van Dam in front of an ECW crowd. The boos that John Cena got. When John Cena was throwing he took his shirt off, threw it into the crowd, and then it got thrown back. They didn't want anything to do with Cena, so he looks at it, and he's like, okay, and he tries it again, and it comes back again. Like, the crowd just didn't want anything to do with Cena. It is one of the most incredible moments. It's one of the most incredible receptions I have ever heard. And to see an ECW guy like Rob Van Dam reach the mountaintop that is the WWE Championship. Don't forget, that belt goes all the way back to like Bruno Sammartino, Buddy Rogers, Pedro Morales, Bob Backlund, Stan Stasiak, Ivan Koloff. You know, all of those greats, even before WrestleMania. That belt goes all the way back that way. So to see someone like Rob Van Dam achieving that was such a moment. And yeah, I know it's the obvious answer, but I really hope that The Rock is pulling a Mark Henry and will be revealed as Roman's attacker. I don't think so. These rumors are so strong, and it makes so much sense for it to be Daniel Bryan and Rowan. Certainly now with what you guys were saying about, you know, is it going to be Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe together in a tag match against Daniel Bryan and Rowan? That would make sense. Check DMs. Check DM. Okay, is it just 2 people? Right, so right now we've got the match we thought we would see at SummerSlam. Sami Zayn against Aleister Black. It's a very good match. Little roll-up by Sami Zayn. Aleister trying to climb up the ropes. You got to remember as well, I mean, like, if given... it's a bit of a shame this isn't taking place at SummerSlam because we all know the magic that Sami and Nakamura put on and created at NXT. That incredible NXT takeover. Backbreaker. 1, 2, kick out. And I just kind of feel like the adverts are going to get in the way of this. We've only got 39 minutes left. Nice hold. Hello, C Wrestling, by the way. Hope you are well. Days, I think Seth Rollins is going to get booed at Toronto. Yeah, he could do, yeah. He could do. I'm still wondering if he's broken up with Becky. Maybe that's why they're not pushing him anymore. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Strike. Aleister Black is... I honestly think Aleister Black might be the best pure striker in the history of WWE. Before that, it was Undertaker, but I think Aleister Black might be even better because not only has he got it with his hands, but he has, well, more than got it with his feet. And look at that, a knee to the face as well. Sami Zayn goes down. Aleister Black is main event. Aleister Black is top tier talent. He's setting him up for Black Mass. Connects. Sami Zayn goes down. Poor Sami Zayn, man. I really feel like Sami Zayn deserved better than that. There's no need to run that match again at SummerSlam. It's a dominant showing by Aleister Black, so... Days, what's your favourite SummerSlam match ever and why? We spoke about it earlier. We spoke about it just before the Smackdown show started. I would be... If I go with my first thought, which is Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels. It's a match I never thought we would see. And it was weird. In a great way. Imagine Aleister Black against The Fiend. Shelton Benjamin! He's doing the eye thing again. What is this about? Well... I don't get it. Big ears throwing water around. Is it Funhouse? Is it Funhouse now? It is Funhouse! Funhouse time. We've got Huskus! Huskus is here! So there's candy everywhere. Hello! Look at this, man. My SummerSlam opponent, Finn Balor, is not afraid of anything. It's interesting how he says my SummerSlam opponent, not the Fiend's SummerSlam opponent. Look at all that chocolate. He just took it out of Huskus's mouth. Threw it away. I love how Huskus is like laid out. Yowie wowie. Rambling Rabbit is here. Rambling Rabbit popped his head up and then it disappeared again. Did you see that? It's like Rambling Rabbit wanted to see what was going on and then went again. We've hurt for so long. It's Finn Balor's turn to hurt. Let me in. Good. Again, we're just getting some shots now of the Fiend. Let me in. Yeah, that's cool. It's fine. I love these little, I mean, they're not episodes, are they? They're just little promos. But I do think there's some really interesting stuff in there. I think it was really interesting how he said, my opponent. Like, we've seen before him really talking about the Fiend as like a different entity. You know, and he did it again at the end of the promo. He said about how Finn challenged the Fiend. But then in the same kind of promo, he's also said about how it's Finn is his opponent at SummerSlam. So really the lines between Funhouse Bray and the Fiend are very, very blurred. I'm not sure what the reference was with candy. Interesting that we had fruit last time. It was all fruit, wasn't it? Fruit's obviously very healthy. So we had a load of fruit last time, but now this time it's full of candy, which is like really the polar opposite. Is that some kind of reference there? What with it being fruit everywhere last time, but now it's all candy? And them two being different ends of the spectrum. Plus, Rambling Rabbit just sticking his head up as well. In fact, he was like looking around, trying to see what was going on. Maybe he was looking for the Fiend? Don't know. But saying that, he needs to be scared of Bray as well, because Funhouse Bray has been shutting Rambling Rabbit up. Really think the lines between Funhouse Bray and the Fiend are very, very blurred. I really don't believe what Bray has told us in the past, that, you know, he says he can control his darkness. He controls the Fiend. I've got my doubts about it. I'm wondering if there is a Funhouse Bray, and we've theorized on that many, many times before. You know, is there a Funhouse Bray, or is everything the Fiend? It's interesting, isn't it? Even those little promos are really interesting. I wonder as well if that's the last time we see him tonight, because if Finn is in action in the ring, or we see him in the ring at some point, you've got to know the chances are high that we're going to see the Fiend as well. So watch this space. Not bad, but nothing special. What's your favourite SummerSlam moment of all time? Moment. Can't think of anything, like, moment-wise. That's bad, isn't it? Why can't I think of any moment? I mean, the one that comes to mind is the match made in heaven when Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth get married. Like, that was such a nice moment. And then, obviously, you saw the reception after, and it led to, like, this feud between Macho Man and Jake the Snake, and The Undertaker was involved. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the chat what's your favourite moment. We're really glad that you're our friend. Shawn versus Hogan was so messing. Shawn was flopping all over the place. It was a mess, yes, but it was that way on purpose. That's what makes it so interesting. It wasn't being botched or anything. Like, Shawn was sabotaging the match. The reason why I think it's so incredible is because it's a match I didn't expect to ever see. And we saw it. For all of its flaws, we saw it. But not only that, it's the fact that the way that Shawn acted, I think, added to it. Did I miss your super chat, dude? I'll have a look. I will jump and have a look right now. I can tell you they're just showing on screen the trailer for WWE 2K20. Nice work, man. Nice work. Let's have a look and see. Did I miss a super chat? Let's have a look and see. I might have. Right, what? Are we going to a different match? Here we go, I did. So, does the beatdown guarantee KO beating Shane? Thank you very much for the super chat, dude. I really appreciate it. Does the beatdown guarantee that Kevin Owens is beating Shane? I think he will anyway. I don't think Kevin Owens is losing. We've got Chad Gable. He looks good at the moment. Looks buff. Why is Elias picking a fight with Chad Gable? Hopefully they start using him though. Okay, we're now going to focus on the Randy Orton-Kofi Kingston feud. Got 28 minutes left. Hopefully we do find out who attacked Roman. I'm sure we will. Got to. Imagine if we don't. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? I'm wondering, is that even Chad Gable? It was Chad Gable. Days, hope we get Shinsuke Nakamura versus Mustafa Ali. Would be good. Bray doesn't need a title. Completely agree with Adam. Bray doesn't need a title. Doesn't need it. I think there's more value in having Bray go after and avenge, you know, defeats and wrongs that he had suffered in the past. I want to see Bray avenge his defeat to John Cena. I want to see Bray avenge his defeat to Undertaker. I want to see Bray take out Randy Orton. And you don't need a title anywhere near those moments. I completely agree. If anything, putting the title on Bray would be a problem. Because how are you going to get it off him? Someone's going to have to beat him. And I don't know about you, but I'm not in a rush to see Bray lose a match. So putting the title on him could be a bit of an issue. Are we getting an answer to who attacked Roman? We should do. We should do. They haven't said for certain, but I'd be very, very surprised if we don't. Welcome back to YouTube. Thank you very much, dude. Really appreciate it. Do you know, I said yesterday, it really feels like we're home. Which is great. Really feels like we're home. Well, it's a little promo at the moment, just in case you was wondering what was happening. It's just Kofi talking about his history with Randy Orton. I'm really glad they're doing this match whilst he is champion. So he says he appreciates what he has I could see Kofi winning here. These are the promos we need. It makes the fans emotionally connect to the stars. This is how you build talent. I agree. This is so much better than just having someone standing in a ring saying, I'm going to beat you. Give us the backstory. Give us the history. You know, tell us why we should care. You're absolutely right. This is exactly what we need. Exactly what we need. So Kofi says that he wants to use his influence to lift people up, whereas Randy used his influence to keep people down. Nice line. Days, Becky and Seth are still together. How do you know that, dude? A man powered by positivity. What time are we looking at? 36 minutes past. It can't be long now. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was main event time. So, New Day are coming out. So, we're getting New Day against Daniel and Rowan. Must be at some point during this match. Must be some way they're going to reveal that they're the ones that attacked Roman. Do you think New Day will lose? I think it doesn't matter, if I'm being honest. Sadly, I just don't think it matters at all if they win or lose this. It's a bit of a nothing match, isn't it? Dun, dun, bum, 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 bum. Okay, so Daniel and Rowan on the way. They're giving this plenty of time. I feel like Shelton or Bryan attacked Roman. Roman will interrupt saying that he's got evidence. That'd be fun. That'd be a good way of doing it. I'd be down for that. Rambling Rabbit attacked Roman. Days, what do you think of SmackDown tonight? I think it's been a bit. It's been a bit. There's not been that many standout moments. I thought the Funhouse thing was quite fun. I mean, not the best promo that we've seen Funhouse wise, but I did like seeing Huskus just like lay out like this. Oh yeah. I've eaten too much chocolate, yeah. Oh, meine belly. Meine belly. That's my Huskus impression. Which I think is bang on, to tell the truth. I'm very proud of it. Should I be? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Right, we are going over to commercial break. We are going to commercial. We are going to commercial. Days WWE are going the Enzo route. Enzo route for who? What? What? What do you mean? The Enzo route? I know you're referring to Enzo Amore, but I don't get the reference. Not gonna lie, they've done it again. Raw was sick last night, and SmackDown's just been alright. The crowd should chant to Brian, "You attacked Roman." Yes. Although that's hard to chant, isn't it? You attacked... Oh, actually, no, it's easy. You attacked Roman. You attacked Roman. You attacked Roman. You knocked over the metalwork and the speaker stacks backstage, trying to hurt Roman. You drove the car into the back of Roman Reigns' car, which has now resulted in Samoa Joe turning face, but we don't know for how long. Brilliant, Huskus. Yes. Knew it. Knew it. Daze, was that your Swedish or German? It was my Swerman. It was a Swerman. I gave you a little bit of both. A little bit of Swedish and German, yeah. That's what it's... Look, it's not meant to be Swedish or German. It's just meant to be Huskus. It's my Huskus impression. Whatever Huskus is. I love it, man. I'm just seeing a picture of Huskus lay flat out after stuffing his Huskus face. Oh yeah, that was so good. I love chocolate. Seth did an interview today saying he wants to have kids with Becky. Well, I hope they are still going out. Woo, imagine if they weren't. Imagine if they just broke up and he's running around going, I want to have kids with Becky. It looked like a weirdo. Are you doing predictions for SummerSlam in the same stream and a review stream? Yeah, probably. To be honest, I find that the prediction videos get a few views, but I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I think people go to other channels for predictions. Simple as that. Even though I'm pretty good with my predictions, I'd have to go back and look at the results. But I'm normally there or thereabouts. Like, my predictions are not disastrous at all. But then they get a few views, but yeah, I could see us potentially doing that at the start of the stream instead. And I'm sure we will do a SummerSlam review stream. It's a big, important show, so yes, I can see that happening. Still don't know my name. Love the music to that Euphoria. I really want to watch that Euphoria show. Still don't know my name. Right, we are underway. We are in the ring with Big E and Daniel Bryan. Don't forget, Daniel Bryan had an announcement to make. What happened to that? Where did that announcement go? Unless he's got... Maybe Daniel makes the announcement after the match. Perhaps New Day win, and out of frustration, Daniel makes the announcement, and the announcement is, I attacked Roman. Or we attacked Roman. And then the match gets made on social media. So we've got Xavier in the ring fighting with Daniel Bryan right now. Rowan is in. Rowan is... I was saying this yesterday. You don't appreciate how big Rowan actually is until you kind of see him standing next to Daniel Bryan or someone like that. He's absolutely huge. I really feel like having him standing next to Luke Harper throughout his career was a really bad move. I mean, poor Rowan. He's been hanging around with the likes of Braun Strowman and Luke Harper. He's a giant of a man, but he's just looked average sized. He's currently getting beaten up by Xavier Woods. Whoa. Not anymore. He just absolutely collided into him. It's kind of like a cross-body elbow. Brutal. Brutal, mate. That was absolutely brutal. It's a vicious impact. Xavier Woods having to hold his mouth. I think he's double-checking he's still got one. Still don't know my name. So, Rowan has got Xavier in the corner. He's got his foot on his throat. Collides into the corner. Daniel Bryan hooking the leg. And kick out by Xavier. I've got to admit, it's a bit slow so far. Days. Randy wins the title, then faces The Fiend at WrestleMania 36. Full circle with the WWE Championship. Coming back to Bray, then have him face the Demon to defend it. Went to high school with R-Truth. Mike again, I wish the Velveteen Dream would get called up. That would be fun. I mean, we did see him in the advert for the 2K20 game. It's quite interesting. He was the only NXT talent that we saw. So clearly they're very hot on him. They've got high hopes for him. So yeah, I don't think you're going to have to wait too long. Tag main to Rowan. Rowan is in. Into the steps goes Xavier. And over the top of the barricade. I think we're going to a commercial break. Okay, I think it's time for the Wheel of Fun. Still don't know my name. Right. It's the Wheel of Fun. Everybody loves the Wheel of Fun. What was that? Is that the wheel? It's the Wheel of Fun. Ba-dum-bum. Wheel of Fun time, my friends. Wheel of Fun. What is it going to land on? What's it going to land on? Right, let's spin the wheel. Spin the Wheel of Fun. Here we go. Well done to Monica King, by the way. Monica King, still our queen of the live stream. Giveaway! Yes, 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 yes. Giveaway time. That is awesome. This is awesome. Giveaway time. Do you know what? We have given away so many kids magazines. Not even joking. So many. I don't know what I've got left. Look, this is the box of them, and there's next to none left. I have got 2 left. 2 left. Oh, man. 2 left. Okay. This is a good one as well. Days attacked Roman. Did you do it for The Rock? I did it for John Moxley. Right. Look at this. I genuinely think this is awesome. WWE Kids Magazine Money in the Bank briefcase. Look at that. And you get Slam Attack cards in there. And, hello, Wrestling Days at the bottom. Oh my God, Pete Dunne. OMG, Pete Dunne. So, there we go. Wrestling Days is on there. So, I am in this magazine. This face is in here somehow. But for me, that's the exciting thing. Look at that little Money in the Bank. And you can fit a figure in there. I tried it, and it worked. So I will send this anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, right? It's cool. And you get 7 posters. Let me show you there, look. 7 posters. Triple H, Charlotte, Usos, Lacey Evans, Kevin Owens, The Rock, and someone else. Bailey is in there. Anyway, right, that is going to go to the 30th person. Let's give people a chance. It's a big prize. 30th person that gives me the word SummerSlam. 30th person that gives me the word SummerSlam. Here we go. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Who is the winner going to be? OMG. Yeah, I know. OMG. Pete Dunne? 30th person. Days, how did you end up being part of WWE Kids Magazine? It's printed here in the UK, and the people that put the magazine together got in touch with me. It was that simple. They got in touch with me. They saw the community that we had. They saw what we were doing online. And they were like, we want to be a part of that. And you can get this magazine anywhere in the world. I believe they ship in the world as well, if you like the look of it. Check them out on Twitter. At WWE Kids Mag. At WWE Kids Mag on Twitter. Okay, everyone's firing them in. Let me count them up. Here we go. Here we go. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my God, this is hard. This is really difficult. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, well done to the Ghost. The Ghost got it. I think the Ghost fired in quite a few messages there, but did get the 30th one. So well done to the Ghost. The Ghost has won a WWE Kids Magazine. Well done, the Ghost. I don't know if you're friends with, like, the Fiend. Maybe you could read the magazine together. The Ghost and the Fiend, side by side. Be lovely. Big E picking up Daniel Bryan, slamming him down. Just gets a 2. Yeah, well done to the Ghost. Send me your address, wrestlingdays@gmail.com. Of course, we are doing figure giveaways this weekend. Figure giveaways for SummerSlam. So make sure you join us for that. I'm going to need to find like an epic giveaway, an epic forfeit as well, aren't I? Spin kick. Rowan is in there with Big E. Xavier going up top. I feel like this match is going to end very soon because surely we're going to find out who attacks Roman. Unless they're going to save it for after SummerSlam. Who do you think attacked Roman? I think it was Daniel and Rowan. Okay, disqualification. We've still got 4 minutes left. So, I think Summit's going to go down. Boos for Daniel Bryan. How long have we got? 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go. New Day are down. Daniel Bryan and Rowan are just beating them up at the moment. Beating them senseless. That Xavier Woods is just out on his feet right now. Big E is rolling out the ring. Daniel with a running knee. Xavier Woods goes down. Is Daniel going to get on the mic? Daniel's been teasing his announcement for a long time. Okay, we've got Roman backstage. Well, hang on. If something happens to Roman now and Daniel and... I don't understand. Male locker room. Oh, what? Buddy Murphy? Roman has told everyone to get out the locker room apart from Buddy Murphy? Roman says, I saw you were there. Yeah, I mean, there was someone walking away that looked like Buddy Murphy, but they have released more footage with someone that looks like Rowan. Buddy Murphy's saying he had nothing to do with it. Buddy Murphy standing up, saying he doesn't want any trouble. Nice. Buddy Murphy says, I don't know who did it, but if I did, I still wouldn't tell you. Roman is towering over Buddy Murphy. Fires a shot off. Roman and Buddy are fighting in the locker room. This is cool. This is really cool. Oh, man! Buddy Murphy got mad air! Roman Reigns like, whoa! Oh, man, he is absolutely destroying him. Rowan. Buddy Murphy just said Rowan. Buddy Murphy says he didn't see Daniel Bryan. He only saw Rowan. That is amazing. Could you imagine if it was Rowan on his own and Daniel Bryan didn't even know about it? That is so cool. That is really cool. Like, I thought the reveal was going to be Daniel Bryan and Rowan. I love the idea that Rowan now is just this. He's been let loose. Rowan is his own person. Like, no longer is he in a Wyatt family. No longer is he a bludgeon brother. No longer is he the bodyguard of Daniel Bryan. Now Rowan is stepping out on his own. I mean, he did that for a very short time. I do remember him being like a solo star before. And, but it wasn't for the longest of time. He wasn't booked that well. Man, I tell you what, if we're going to get Roman Reigns versus Rowan as a program, as a feud, I am definitely here for that. Because Rowan deserves that opportunity. So, that is a really interesting story to tell. Really interesting story to tell. That is brilliant. Poor Buddy Murphy, man. He got thrown all around that locker room. It was like Air Roman Reigns. I'm into that. I am into that. A tweet that you mentioned me in. I've got a lot of tweets. I got a tweet from Yusuf, actually. Yusuf sending out a nice tweet. I've got loads. I'm drowning in tweets. I haven't caught up. It's my bad. My bad. Okay. So it looks like, I'll have a look through those. It looks like we might be getting some SummerSlam polls. If that's what people want, then we can have a look over those. Right, done. What do people think? I bet Luke Harper comes back. Wyatt family reunion. Well, Buddy Murphy didn't get beaten up for no reason. We saw him walking away, so he was there at the time. So, I suppose Roman thought it was him, and if it wasn't him, then maybe he would know who it was. And he did, and he's just named Rowan, so... Smackdown was horrible. Good night, Days. Thanks, everyone, for a fun night. It was fun. It was fun. Rowan just went O.J. Simpson on you all. Days, I told you it was Rowan. Yeah, but I thought it was going to be Daniel Bryan and Rowan. Like, I'm really interested in the idea this was Rowan on his own. I really like the idea that Daniel Bryan has nothing to do with this. Like, I would like Daniel Bryan to still stand by him, be his tag partner and his, friend. I don't know if Daniel Bryan could be anyone's friend, but yeah, I thought Daniel Bryan was the brains behind it. I thought Daniel Bryan was the person that was driving it. Didn't even cross my mind that Daniel Bryan had nothing to do with this. So that's why I'm very excited for it being Rowan. When are your shirts coming? I think they're available now. I'm hearing that they're up on Amazon now. If you search Wrestling Days T-shirts, you might be able to find them as of now. So it's not the official launch. I need to get some pictures done and I need to do a video on them. But I like to give you guys the heads up. So. There we go. There's the heads up. Right, look, we're going to go. We're going to go because we're, believe it or not, back tomorrow. We are going to do an NXT stream. We are back tomorrow. We'll start about half an hour before NXT. We'll go straight the way through. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Really do appreciate it. And as we said, we are back tomorrow. The reason for that, it is just a one-off. I don't want people getting too excited, thinking that we're going to be doing this every week. We're doing it as a bit of a one-off. Because of the fact that, of course, it is NXT TakeOver this weekend. There's going to be a few people that maybe don't watch NXT every week, so it might just make sense for a few people to join us for the go home show so that we can just get caught up with any last minute stories, any last minute like storylines, things like that. I know the card. I do try and keep up with NXT anyway. But it might just be fun just to watch this one and then we're all on the same page. So we are back tomorrow for NXT. We're back then on Saturday for NXT TakeOver. Then we're back on Sunday for SummerSlam, then Raw, then SmackDown. It never ends. I'm glad it doesn't. I appreciate you joining us. So thanks a lot for watching and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.